In this lesson, we're going to factor trinomials. Yes, we're going to take apart the binomials that you just learned how to put together. So a trinomial can be factored to determine the terms used to multiply binomials. The standard form of a quadratic expression is ax squared plus bx plus c. We're going to use the x to determine how to find those factors for the answer. For example 5, I have x squared minus 7x plus 6. I'm going to identify a, b, and c. So a is x squared, or 1x squared. B is a negative 7x, and c, our constant, is simply 6. If you use the x, in the top of the x is AC. So there's an understood 1 in front of A. There's a positive 6 here. 6 times 1, of course, is 6. In the bottom of the x is the B term, which is negative 7. So now I need you to think of two numbers that multiply to give you a positive 6. Those same two numbers are going to add to give you a negative 7. What are they? Your numbers are negative 6 and negative 1. We take these two factors and we write them in parentheses as x minus 6 times x minus 1. For example 6, I have x squared plus 5x plus 6. I'm going to identify A, B, and C. Once I identify these, I'm going to draw an x. In the top of the x, if you remember, we have to write AC. A is an understood 1. C is a 6. So 6 times 1 is 6. In the bottom of the x, I have 5 because that's our B term. I need two numbers to multiply to give me 6, but those same two numbers have to add to give me 5. What are they? Those two numbers are 3 and 2. My answer, or my factored form, is x plus 3 times x plus 2. For example 7, I have x squared plus x minus 30. I'm going to draw my x. I'm going to identify A, B, and C. Again, there's an understood 1 in front of the x squared, and I'm going to multiply that by C. The constant here is negative 30. So in the top of my x, I have a negative 30. In the bottom, I have a positive 1. Two numbers that multiply to give me negative 30, they're going to add to give me a positive 1. What are they? Those numbers are 6 and negative 5. The factored form, or my answer, will be written as x plus 6 times x minus 5. All right, one more example. Example 8, we're going to go ahead and identify A, B, and C. I'm going to draw my x. Again, A in this case is 1 and C is 3. So in the top of my x, I have a 3. And in the bottom, I have a 4. Two numbers that multiply to give me 3, and they're going to add to give me 4. Those numbers are what? You got it. Those numbers are 3 and 1. My answer is going to be x plus 3 times x plus 1. So one last thing I want to show you is that once we get these factors, if you're unsure about them, let's just multiply them back together. So let's go back to example 5, and we're going to multiply that back together. We're going to FOIL. So my first terms, x times x, is going to give me x squared. My outer terms are x and negative 1, so minus x there. My inner terms are a negative 6 and x, So I have a negative 6x there. And finally, negative 6 times negative 1 gives me a positive 6. If I combine like terms, which are my terms in the middle, I am going to get x squared minus 7x plus 6. You got it. It's the same as the original that we started with in example 5.